Hallelujah. Oh, boy. Sometimes the simplest questions are the ones that stump people the most. I've asked people over and over, with the creation story of Adam and Yahuah, who we call Eve, did that situation fail or did it succeed? Simple question. My simple answer is that it failed. But knowing that Yahuah, his word does not come back void, that setup and that plan, I look for it in the scriptures to be fulfilled. And the place that I see it is the first Adam failed. So he established a second Adam. Second Adam would be similar, that he would be holy, just like the first Adam. Most people say, oh, well, the first Adam was not holy. And I'm like, yeah, he was a pure ruach, created from Yah, of the eretz, or the ground. He had no flaws, no issues, no drama, no sin until he did sin. And so that means that he failed, but he was a creation of Yah. So unless his word came back void, Yah would fail. If his word come back void, he had to reestablish that situation with a second Adam, a creation, the greatest of all his creations, just like Adam was the greatest of his creations. And this one would have to have dominion and rule over the earth, just like the first one that failed. We see that it was so much fruitful and multiply that occurred, so that was not an issue. But the dominion part, Adam gave up his dominion. So Yahusha is the second Adam. He is not the Father. He is the second Adam. He's the son of the Father, just like Adam was. And thus, he's the prince, the high priest. Same as Adam. Adam, whatever you want to call him, was not the sovereign. He was not the sovereign of sovereigns, I should say. He was a sovereign under authority, just like Yahusha is. Many want to say he's the sovereign of sovereign or king of kings, and they even use the term Lord, which I don't understand why people still use that. The Lord of Lords. But if Yahuah is above all, how could he have a Lord? How could he have a sovereign? How could he have one above him? He does not. He himself has often said through the text that he is alone. And even when many bring up the Brit Hadashah, you see that Yahusha is standing on his right hand. Acts, I think it's 3, 5 or 15. One of them calls him a prince. He's not the king. But yet those that, were, I guess, involved with translating the Greek aspect of the New Testament, or Brit Hadashah, those people had a Trinitarian concept. Something way, way far off from what was going on in the Tanakh. So they had a bias to push. And so, yes, it influenced their writings. I believe that they changed a lot of words, changed a lot of things so that it fits the narrative that they say, because you see it does call him prince. But then they try to other terms say he's king. All through the Tanakh, it talks about Yahuah being married to Israel. But then in the Brit Hadashah, they want to say that Yahusha is. And I'm like, one of the laws of Yah is that a son cannot uncover the wife of his father. You can't do it. And I'm like, they said, well, it's not the same. It's not exactly the same, because this. And I'm like, he wouldn't even give the appearance of evil. That's a text there. The appearance of evil. You should even flee the appearance of evil. So why would Yahuah establish something? And I'm like, they said, like, well, man can't explain his ways. And I'm like, what you mean? He puts his character all in his book. I don't have to explain it. It's all through his book. You see nobody beside him giving his he doesn't give his authority, or well, he lets people use his authority all through, but he does not give his esteem to anyone all through the Tanakh. He even says that. It's a text on that. But then you want to say, oh, in the New Testament or Brit Hadashah, he gave all his esteem to Yahusha. And I'm like, man, that would be a significant change from someone who says he does not change. And then even Yahusha says, you know, it says of Yahusha that he was the same yesterday, today, and forever. So that signifies there's no change. But yet everybody wants to impart a change. And I'm like, the simple question is, again, did Adam fail? And if he failed, did Yah's word come back void? Or did Yah set up something so that his word would be fulfilled? What did Yahusha fulfill? Did he fulfill what Adam failed at? And if so, that him being the second Adam, he would be in that same position, which Adam was a proxy and a representative of Yah for earth. And that Yahusha would be that same thing. He would not be Yah, because he's not, but he would be his proxy and his representative. Thus, he would not be an authority over him, but someone that is subject and respective to him. And there's no, I guess there's no slight in that, but people see it a slight because they have been learning and taught to lift Yahusha above all, even Yahuah. And that's a shame. That's a shame. Hallelujah. Or Yada Yahuah. Yada Yahuah. Or Tawada Yahuah.